In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to get a US tax ID for Stripe in 2025 with a comprehensive step-by-step guide. Whether you're a US resident or a non-US resident aspiring to leverage Stripe for your business, knowing how to properly secure a US tax ID is crucial. For non-residents, obtaining this often begins by forming a US legal entity, like an LLC, in order to get an employer identification number, also known as an EIN. Let's start with non-US residents. First, you need to form a US legal entity, typically an LLC, since many unsupported countries require a US business structure to facilitate opening a Stripe account. Delaware and Wyoming are popular among non-residents due to their business-friendly laws and minimal fees. Consider utilizing a registration service like Stripe Atlas, First Base, Doula, or Zen Business to help establish your LLC remotely. Once your LLC is set up, it's time to obtain an EIN for your US-based business. International applicants often find applying by phone is the quickest method. You can reach the IRS at the provided phone number, ensuring you have completed Form SS4 ahead of time. Alternatively, you might opt to apply by mail or fax, acknowledging that these methods will take longer. Often, if you've used a company registration service, they might handle the EIN application for you. The next essential step is opening a US business bank account, which is pivotal because Stripe requires a physical US bank account for payouts. You might explore fintech services like Mercury or Wise, which facilitate opening US business bank accounts for non-residents without the need for a physical presence. With your tax ID and bank account in place, you'll need additional information: a US phone number for verification, a US business address, which can often be provided by a virtual mailbox, a valid government-issued ID for identity verification, like a passport, and a working website that clearly outlines your business or services. What about ITINs, you might ask? Well, an individual taxpayer identification number is available for individuals who aren't eligible for a social security number but must file a tax return in the US. It's generally not the tax ID required for business accounts on Stripe. If needed, acquiring an ITN involves filling out Form W-7 accompanied by a federal tax return, which is a relatively complex process. For US-based businesses, acquiring an EIN is more straightforward. It's required for businesses with employees or those with multiple owners. You'll need your business's legal information, name, address, and the responsible party's taxpayer ID. Applying online through the IRS website is the most efficient method, providing an instant EIN upon completion. With your EIN, ensure it's entered exactly as it appears on your IRS confirmation notice while signing up for Stripe to prevent any issues. There you have it, a thorough guide on how to obtain a US tax ID for Stripe. With these steps, you can set yourself up for success on the Stripe platform, streamlining your financial operations and focusing on growing your business.